Last chance for football? Wait, what? Who's thinking about buying football in June to lock in their NFL and college football picks? Well, with the super early bird football promotion at WagerTalk and Sports Memo, we have a few reasons why. Early bird pricing for the NFL and college football combo is $8.99. Using coupon code football100, you can take $100 off, dropping the price to $7.99. If you purchase by June 30th and use coupon code football100 to get your $100 discount, we will also toss in an additional bonus. On July 4th, we'll take the highest scoring MLB game of the day and give you $10 for every run scored. Last year, 2 games put up 15 runs, so that would mean $150 in free wager bucks to use how you choose. This super early bird $100 discount using Football 100 and Wager Bucks bonus expires on June 30th with no exceptions. So if you plan to bet football this year, this is the lowest price we will offer you, so act fast and lock in your favorite football handicappers in both NFL and college football through the National Championship and Super Bowl.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Thank you for joining us on the Prop Shop. I am Andy Lang from WagerTalk.com, and we do this every Thursday, and I am joined always by the great, the talented, and profitable Ariel Epstein, the prop queen. Ariel, thank you so much for joining us. Once again, another week has come and gone in Major League Baseball. How was the last 7 days since we last spoke?
Andy, the week started out great. Then yesterday, I actually found myself more angry about losing a bet than I've probably been for most of the season. I had the under 4.5 strikeouts on the Arizona Diamondbacks starter, Madison Bumgarner, yesterday. He ended up with 5, striking out his last batter. Gave up 6 innings in the first 6 runs in the first 2 innings. I thought for sure he was getting taken out until I was watching the game on MLB TV, heard the announcer say that Bumgarner needed 4 strikeouts since the beginning of the game to hit 2,000 strikeouts. He was 2 away. The Diamondbacks ended up leaving him in the game just to get to 4K, ended up with 2 outs in that last inning when he got that 2,000 strikeout. So they left him in to get the final out. Turned out to be another strikeout. He hit 5, gets taken out of the game. I think it was in the 4th inning. So Bumgarner was a loser yesterday, and that's my rant.
Always got to check those contract bonuses when you're handicapping.
It's not contract bonus, it's history.
It's just a
Who
history
cares about
stuff.
history? No one.
Oh, man.
He would have gotten it. He would have gotten it the next start, and he would have been at home. Put Bumgarner in the home game to get 2K. Who cares on the road?
It makes sense. It's regular season Major League Baseball. Like the road crowd is really interested in Bumgarner getting to a milestone. That's a bummer. At least you'll be able to. One thing about some of these losses is at least it's a story. At least, like, when you lose a play and it just kind of goes by the ways. At least
story, Andy. No one likes a losing story.
Well, it could be good at Vegas meetups here in a couple months. So, all right, we've got some MLB props that we're going to go over, and I have a little story about one of Ariel's props. So, Ariel, I'm going to start with you. We've got a lot of day games that have started already, but there's still plenty of action in MLB. So, let's get started off with some winners. What do you got for us today?
I'll go in order. There's the first game, which is at 3:37 p.m. Eastern time. That's the Seattle Mariners taking on the Oakland Athletics. I'm going with the over 6.5 strikeouts on Seattle Mariners starter Robbie Ray. He's got the Oakland Athletics, who have the 11th highest K rate against left-handed pitchers this year. When up against a team with a top 15 K rate against lefties, Ray's gone over this number in 4 out of his 5 starts. My favorite stat to back this trend is that last year, Ray faced the Athletics twice. He had 9 and 10 strikeouts against Oakland last season. Faced Oakland this year, had 10 strikeouts in 6 innings pitched. I have to back a pitcher that's doing well against the opponent. Give me the over 6.5 strikeouts on Robbie Ray. As for the Baltimore Orioles starter, Dean Kramer, I'm going under 3.5 strikeouts. He's had a small sample size of games, just 3 starts. The only time he went over 3.5 strikeouts was against the Tampa Bay Rays, who have a top 10 K rate against right-handed pitchers. Against teams with a bottom 10 K rate, just like the Chicago White Sox, who have the 3rd lowest K rate against righties, those teams, the Royals and the Guardians, are 2 teams that Kramer faced this year. He only had 2 strikeouts against the Royals, 3 strikeouts against the Guardians. I'm going under 3.5 strikeouts on Kramer against the team in Chicago that has the 3rd lowest K rate against righties. Lastly, this one went against me. I don't care. I'm going to take advantage of a low number. It's the starter for the Padres, Joe Musgrove. I'm going over 5.5 strikeouts for him. This started at 6.5, went down to 5.5. Decent juice, saw it around minus 140. I'm okay with that. Musgrove has been dominant, especially when up against the Philadelphia Phillies. He had 9 strikeouts in 6 innings pitched last year against Philly. Musgrove is also looking to break a record. He's trying to become one of the first pitchers to have, I think it was like I have to double check the stat, but it's two or less runs allowed with 6 innings pitched minimum in 13 consecutive starts to start the year. He's at 12 right now, where he's allowed 2 runs or less with 6 or more innings pitched in all 12 of his starts. He has to hit 13 to break a record for the most ever. So we'll see if he can do that today and stay in the game. In regards to the strikeouts, that over 5.5 he's hit in all 8 games where he's pitched against a team with a top 15 K rate against right-handed pitchers. Philly has the 13th ranked K rate against righties, plus his good history, Musgrove, against Philadelphia. I'm going to go with the over 5.5 strikeouts on Musgrove, Andy.
Well, I can tell you one reason why I love that Musgrove play. I was researching and doing my props, and we have to submit all of our plays for the production team to get it. And I started doing the write-up on Musgrove, and I got like 90% done. I started looking at everything, and I was like, Ariel's going to pick that play. That is an absolute Ariel Epstein.
There's not many games to pick from. To be honest, I wouldn't have picked it if it was a normal slate of night games. The number at 5.5 is normal, but 6.5 is too high. And the same thing for Robbie Ray. He was 7.5, went down to 6.5. I never bet those 6.5, 7.5s. It's just a small slate today. I don't hate them. They're not my favorite range in that 3.5 to 5.5 range. Musgrove is now. The movement against him scares me for his dominance against Philly in the past, but what can you do? There's 3 games tonight.
Well, I like the play. I thought the write-up made a ton of sense. I was like, I know she's going to pick that one. So I got 3 others here. I'm going to go with Frankie Montas under 18.5 outs. I love this number. 17.5 I'm not going to play, but 18.5 I'm going to play it. He's gone under in 3 straight games. He's gotten lit up the last 2 games. He's given up 8 earned runs and 18 hits in 11 innings. He's facing a Seattle team that is 7th best in OPS against right-handed pitching, and Seattle has just pounded Oakland the last 2 games. I really think there is something to this. Both pitchers for Oakland in the series didn't make it to the 6th inning, so I feel Seattle's feeling great about their chances. They've won the last 2 games by a combined score of 17-2. I think the Seattle bats come in with confidence, and Frankie Montas doesn't get to 18.5 outs. I'm also going to take Johnny Cueto over 17.5 outs. He's gone over this total in 6 out of his 7 starts this season. Word of warning, if this moves to 18.5, do not take it. Only take the over if it's 17.5. They like him to pitch exactly 6 innings, it appears. He's gone exactly 6 innings in 4 out of his 7 starts. Baltimore is 21st in OPS against righties. I think Cueto gets to his 6 innings, getting his 18 outs. And then hitter prop, I'm going to go with Ty France over 1.5 bases. He's been on a really, really nice streak. 4-9 this series against Oakland, 17 for his last 47. He has 4 doubles in that time span, along with 2 home runs, 4 multi-hit games in that time. Really, really nice hitting streak, and he's been good against Montas, going 7 for 11 with 2 doubles against him. He's hitting .330 against righties this season, and at even money, this is such a great price for him. So give me Ty France over 1.5 bases. Ariel, you got a lot of things going. Tell everyone where we can find you at.
Make sure to check me out at Yahoo Sportsbook, sports.yahoo.com. Download the Yahoo Sports app. I'm also on Twitter at Ariel Epstein. Andy, I'm really concerned because you didn't tell me the story yet that you keep talking about.
It was that I was doing the Joe Musgrove write-up, and I was like, I know Ariel's gonna pick this one,
that was the story. That
and I
doesn't sound
didn't
like a
submit
story.
it. That's why I said in pre-production, it's not necessarily a story. It's like a quip. It's not quite a soliloquy. It's just a little like thing that I was thinking of you. I was thinking of you, and I did not submit that, so that way I knew that you would be able to submit your 3 plays and you wouldn't have to find another one. So
I appreciate that selflessness.
Teamwork makes the dream work, Ariel. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Andy Lang from WagerTalk.com. We do have a play of the day that is up in Major League Baseball. We're on a really, really nice 20-6 run on client plays. We've also got auto racing pack that is up, as well as all the other sports. So, Ariel, thank you so much for joining us. I know you got a really, really busy schedule, and thank you for all the winners. Good luck, everyone. Let's have a really, really successful and profitable Thursday, and we will see you next week on another edition of The Prop Shop.
Last chance for football? Wait, what? Who's thinking about buying football in June to lock in their NFL and college football picks? Well, with the super early bird football promotion at WagerTalk and Sports Memo, we have a few reasons why. Early bird pricing for the NFL and college football combo is $8.99. Using coupon code football100, you can take $100 off, dropping the price to $7.99. If you purchase by June 30th and use coupon code football100 to get your $100 discount, we will also toss in an additional bonus. On July 4th, we'll take the highest scoring MLB game of the day and give you $10 for every run scored. Last year, 2 games put up 15 runs, so that would mean $150 in free wager books to use how you choose. This super early bird $100 discount using Football 100 and WagerBucks bonus expires on June 30th with no exceptions. So if you plan to bet football this year, this is the lowest price we will offer you, so act fast and lock in your favorite football handicappers in both NFL and college football through the National Championship and Super Bowl.